Brilliance Audio presents 1876 by Gore Vidal, performed by Gardner. I pointed to the waterfront just ahead as if the city were mine. Ships, barges, ferry boats, four-masted schooners were shoved like child's toys against a confused jumble of buildings quite unfamiliar to me. A mingling of red brick and brownstone, of painted wood and dull granite, of church towers that I had never seen before, and odd bulbous-domed creations of cement, more suitable for the adornment of the Golden Horn than for my native city. At least I think it is New York. Perhaps it is Brooklyn. I am told that the new Brooklyn is marvelously exotic, with 1,000 churches. Gulls swooped and howled in our wake as the stewards on a lower deck threw overboard the remains of the large breakfast fed us at dawn. "No," said Emma. "I've just left the captain. This is really New York. And how old, how very old it looks." Emma's excitement gave me pleasure. Of late neither of us has had much to delight in, but now she looks a girl again, her dark eyes brilliant with that all-absorbed, grave, questioning look, which all her life has meant, "I must know what this new thing is and how best to use it." She responds to novelty and utility rather than to beauty. I am the opposite. Thus, father and daughter balance each other. Grey clouds alternated with bands of bright blue sky. Sharp wind from the northwest. Sun directly in our eyes, which meant that we were facing due east from the North River. And so this was indeed the island of my birth, and not Brooklyn to the south, nor Jersey City at our back. I took a deep breath of sea salt air, smelt the city's fumes of burning anthracite mingled with the smell of fish not lately caught, and lying like silver ingots in a passing barge. So old? I had just realized what Emma had said. But yes. Emma's English is almost without accent, but occasionally she translates directly from the French, betraying her foreignness. But then I am the foreign one, the American who has lived most of his life in Europe, while Emma has never until now left that old world where she was born 35 years ago in Italy, during a cyclone that uprooted half the trees in the garden of our villa and caused the frightened midwife nearly to strangle the newborn with the umbilical cord. Whenever I see trees falling before the wind, hear thunder, observe the sea furious, I think of that December day and the paleness of the mother's face in vivid contrast to the redness of her blood, that endless hemorrhaging of blood. I think that a little memoir in the beautiful lyric style of the above might do very well for the Atlantic Monthly. Emma shivered in the wind. "Yes, old, dingy, like Liverpool. Waterfronts are the same everywhere. But there's nothing old here. I recognize nothing, not even City Hall, which ought to be over there where that marble tomb is. See, with all the columns? Perhaps you've forgotten. It's been so long. I feel like Rip Van Winkle." Already I could see the beginning of my first piece for the New York Herald, unless I can interest Mr. Bonner at the New York Ledger. He has been known to pay $1,000 for a single piece. The New Rip Van Winkle, or how Charles Schermerhorn Schuyler sailed to Europe almost half a century ago and stayed there, asleep. Now he's come home to report to President Martin Van Buren, who sent him abroad on a diplomatic mission to compare foreign notes with his friend Washington Irving, who invented him after all, to dine with the poet Fitzgreen Halleck, only to find all of them, to his astonishment, long dead.